For 10 years, single mother, entrepreneur, black owned business owner, so many things. You name it, I've done it. Newly CDL truck driver. I'm coming on here, as y'all can see, the title is Getting Life Back Together. So, to give y'all a little insight on me, I just recently turned 30. I had my spiritual awakening at the age of 29, which I found out through my numbers and all the things. Like, it was a scary journey. However, here I am today, standing tall, standing in my power. And I made this live today saying getting life back together because I'm literally in a space where I'm considering like moving out of my apartment and moving into my car and just working and making all this money so that I could just pay off all my debts to society. I could just be, starting on a fresh new wave. Like this apartment situation, y'all see my neck right now, all this oil on it. They had chemically treated my bathroom for a mold overgrowth that I had been complaining about for the last 2, 3 years. They never fixed it. It's still mold in my bathroom. And I was starting to shower in my son's bathroom after this happened to my neck. Well, something said go back to my own bathroom and just get back in there, just, because what's the point of having a 3 bedroom apartment if I'm not using my bathroom in my master bedroom? Out of nowhere, my neck broke out again, the whole entire thing. Eczema, even my chest is very dry, skin is cracking. It's just been a lot of stuff going on. So, like I said, considering moving out of this space and out of this place in order to live in my car, which is only a 4-door sedan, just so I could, save up my checks. Like, I get paid about $1,400 every 2 weeks. So, I'm just like, let's make it happen, like, yeah, all of these things is nice to have, and all this space is nice to have, but if I'm not genuinely happy in this space because of all this financial strife that, no matter how much I ask for assistance from people, public assistance, places and things, I'm just not getting it. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a few family members that will donate, a couple $100s to my son. I've had someone help me out with my light bill, but I don't know, God is great, God is good. I looked and what I thought was going to be my bill disappeared magically. Like, we'll get into that conversation another day. I can say the powerful manifestation is real. So I come on here as transparent as can be to give y'all my truth and like, because I'm spiritual as fuck. Like, everybody's spiritual, right? But like, I'm having dreams about the future. I'm having dreams about things that haven't happened yet, but every single dream I've ever had has happened. Has happened. And I've been tapped into collective consciousness for some time. So, finding a way to be in that space and stay above water, staying on my higher self versus my lower self. Um, I just ask that you guys be patient with me through this journey. I literally just bought a ring light to vlog through it. Um, if I do decide to stay in this apartment, I'm actually even like not paying my rent, just so I could get them to give me an eviction notice, hopefully, that I could take to court because I found out that if you get one, you can get a stamp from the judge, and the judge will give you the stamp, and you take that stamped paperwork down to the social services office, and they will give you a voucher because, you know. So hopefully all of this works out. Maybe I even get the voucher moved to a different location still. Um, because clearly having mold in my apartment building is not good. Having chemicals that are attacking my skin is not good. Um, I'm just ready to make a transition. So I appreciate everyone who's going to pour into this ministry of positivity because I know I gave you guys a lot, but considering all the things that I told you, the fact that I still can put myself together, bring myself onto this platform to tell you guys my truth and speak with confidence and not be stuttering over my words, not, trembling in fear because of someone else's energy pouring into the chat. Like, I don't care anymore. I literally have no shame of my situation because I know I'm not perfect. God didn't make us perfect and send us down here for us to just show off being perfect. No, He sent us down here to learn lessons. So, my lesson right now is vulnerability with people, being very transparent and seeing where that gets me. Like, is that going to be me building my community of people who are excited to see me go through this? I hope so. Is that going to be me building my community of people who want to assist me getting back on my feet? Yes, I hope so as well. Because I've poured out so much of myself over the years with my herpes advocacy, with me doing hair for the last 10 years. I'm always pouring into everyone else. And, I think this is a time where I'm finally ready to have people pour into me. Like, I need help, I need assistance, and any kind of assistance, financial would be great. But of course, like I said, I'm working, I'm not lazy. Um, any assistance that you guys can offer, um, prayers, words of wisdom, support. It just helps. It helps. So I appreciate anyone who sees this video and is moved to either donate, moved to either connect with me on a further basis, and even someone who wants to allow me to preach my story, because I could give you guys my whole entire testimony. Like, I moved into this apartment 3 years ago, brand new, right after COVID or during COVID. I had a security job and I was doing hair. I set up my dining room area to be a hair salon. I was excited. I moved with my brother initially. We agreed I'd pay the majority of all the, bills. I pay more than half of the rent, $100 more than half of the rent, and all the utilities would be my responsibility, and he would take care of his half. I moved in with my son, so it was helping me out. I went through this whole entire spiritual journey. I started getting the crystals, the stones, meditating. I started sound therapy, so many different things. And I got into breath work because I was at a security job one day, and I got into the room and I noticed someone by the name of Breath Messiah Zay. Y'all can follow him on Instagram. He's really dope. He's actually even done breath work with a lot of celebrities. He was hosting breath work in a room that was being led by Be More Light, or I think that's his name. Yeah, I think that's his name on Instagram. And he also is hosting events as well. Um, and I'm in this room and they're doing the breath work, and it's like it truly, like, it brought me to a new level. Like, I felt like stress relief, I felt anxiety relief, I felt good. So you know, I started researching because I was herpes positive since I've been 17 years old. I'm now, like I said, 30. So at the time when I first moved here, I think I was 26 or 20. I think I was 26 and I just turned 27, like 2 days after I moved here. Hi, Ace. Oh, my cat's back there trying to get his attention, get some love. So, yeah, I started doing the breath work and I connected with someone else in the herpes positive community. She was already running a campaign, being out there with her STD awareness. And she motivated me. Her name is Shayna Singleton. Y'all can follow her on Instagram and YouTube and all other platforms as well. Um, she also had me alongside someone by the name of Amber Spratt Jones. And we did Herpes Could Never for some time, and that was dope, connecting with all the cousins, connecting with all the beautiful women and men, which got me so many connections into my music. Like, a producer was able to give me beats. um, Other people have interviewed me. Like, so many different things have happened from that, just being vulnerable on that platform, and at that level of vulnerability. And everything was like perfectly fine in my life at the time. I had over $10,000 saved up from unemployment. Everything was good. But then I started to advocate a certain kind of lifestyle, and I was tested. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I fell a little short. Um, I can take accountability for it, and that's another thing. That's the thing that I'm learning this season: accountability. I was telling people, don't have sex with anyone unless they get them tested first, and things of that nature. And I ended up going to the studio with one of my friends, and because we knew each other for so long, and well, I know your situation already, so I trust you. And I know my situation, so it ain't nothing to worry about. In the public eye, because I wasn't spiritually aware back then. In the public eye, I pretty much went and I slept with this man and unprotected. And weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Not a problem. I kind of was excited because I'm like, well, it's been 10 years since I had a kid, anyways. I already had all my son's baby clothes. I'm like, look, like, what's the worst that could happen? I'm already ready. Like, I have a girl and she has to like wear some boy clothes and I get my life together. I vlogged through it, every good, but something about it was offsetting. Then they started telling me I was having a miscarriage. Then they started telling me that no, it's not a miscarriage. We're still seeing that you still have your we're still seeing that's weird. We're still seeing that you have your numbers are going up, so you're still pregnant. I'm like, what? You just told me I had a miscarriage. What's going on? Like stuff was just getting really weird. So eventually they gave me some shot and they're like, that should take care of everything. I meditated one day and I felt a lot of pain in my uterus. So I was just like meditating and pushing down. And I felt like this really, really sharp pain. But it just kept getting increasingly worse as the day was going on. Increasingly worse, to the point where I like called my grandmother. I started crying. My grandmother called my sister. They got me to the hospital. Come to find out, yes, I was ectopically pregnant. And I was rushed into surgery that day and they removed my right fallopian tube. From that point, I felt a little different. My skin didn't glow the same. All the things that that person had said to me kind of was stuck in my brain, like your business is going to fail, all these different things. And me not, I mean, I understood the power of the mind, but I had never been through something so traumatic in my life where, like, I kept playing it over and over in my head. I just kept feeling like I did this to myself. I did this to myself. Like I was beating myself up, not realizing like I still deserve to enjoy being happy. Right. So it messed with my flow. It messed with my flow of my energy and a lot of other things. So after that whole entire situation had transpired, I just like kind of became recluse and I started noticing like a lot more spiritual things. Like I always thought like, okay, that girl's talking in the the whatever store I'm in and it affected me, but I never felt it. Then at that same time, my son's dad found out that he was guilty of every single thing that he did at a crime, and he, was waiting to be sentenced. It was just so much stuff going on all at once. I just was like, and I never really like told anybody about all of this. Like my family knew, but they kind of were just like, suck it up. But I never got the chance to really like vocalize this to anyone and tell them what I was going through. So I sat there with this, trying to fix my own sorrows and my own pains by myself, not realizing like you cannot fix things by yourself. They do not build apartments with one person. They do not sew clothes together with one person. It's a train. It's like a chain of different parts and people and places, things that come together in order to make the repair. Not letting myself fully heal. I remember someone had told me, if you want to get over somebody, just get on top of somebody else. And I went along and did that. And it just didn't make sense. But I did it anyway. I waited some time, but it just felt there was no emotional connection there. It just felt like I was really playing myself and still not fully aware that everybody's watching you. Awareness. So I took some time off and I think I took like 6 months. Oh no, that was before. Okay. That was before I hopped into the situation. So after that situation, I did wait actually something like 6 months. I think that happened in October. Oh, I didn't wait a long time. It happened in October and November, right around my birthday is when the whole entire actual miscarriage and stuff happened. Then Christmas came And then after Christmas, I ended up meeting someone on the internet. We started talking and chatting a little bit. And it seemed safe, but I kept getting just like this weird hot flash. And I'm like, why? Well, I mean, I kind of get that with some of my clients anyway. So, you know, then I started getting in touch with like different layers of my existence, like starting to feel connections to people in different spaces and different planes. Basically, my feminine cosmic sexuality was being awoken at this time, and I didn't know how to handle it. So I was like, whoa, like I've never felt like this around somebody before. Like, this is crazy. Ooh, excited, thinking it meant something. Ooh, we meant to be together or something, right? So I go ahead and I deal with this boy, and we ended up sleeping together, I think, late that January, maybe early that February, probably late that January. And Valentine's Day didn't go well. Things just started being really off. Like I just started experiencing a lot of negativity being attached to this person, and not really understanding the weight of soul ties also. So then I left talking to this person, and I'm not going to hold you guys. I got into deep breath work while on the phone with this person, and I was like, but like I literally started to like people started trying to convince me because of what I was thinking, because everything's a projection of your own mind. We're trying to convince me that I committed suicide by holding my breath too long. But there are people who literally can hold their breath for over a minute, over 2 minutes. There are people who are deep sea divers who literally do this for the Olympics now that I did the research. So, I kind of got out of that headspace, but because it's still somehow lingering in the back of my mind, and that person has such a common name, every time I hear that name, that memory pops back up in my head. It keeps popping back up. It keeps popping back up. But what I'm learning to do now in this space is appreciate that moment, because that moment may have awoken my cosmic awareness that I probably would have never stepped into had I never went through that relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us we don't give credit to the fact that we are beings who are spiritual, cosmic, astral, so many different things at the same time. I'm about to take you. I'm coming. Let me just finish this last story. We don't realize that. So, when we get those people who awaken us to those facts, we appreciate them. And I'm learning to train my mind to train into that being a positive thing versus a negative thing. Like people are like, oh yeah, 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 try to make it negative, and it's like, if I let a thing be negative, then I let it be negative. But if I know that it actually changed me and woke me up to what's really going on around me, the truth of the matter, of the whole entire universe, then I gotta appreciate that. Versus, oh, it messed up me being in my little la la land in this world, and how, special it was to not know. It's a gift to know. And now I know. So, with that being said, I hope to give this testimony of one, be fully aware of yourself before you step into a relationship. Get your cosmic awareness alone. I was on that journey, but then I let people seep into it. So then it's like I catch myself giving more credit to other people. But again, if we understand that the world is a reflection of ourselves, then we understand that essentially still is yourself. Because when you're ready for the lesson, the master shows themselves up or appears. So with that being said, I share this testimony with you guys to let you guys know you can come back from anything. You can literally be thinking that you're dead and you're not. Because the universe will try to convince you that you are, in fact, non existent. I mean, the universe used to try to tell us black people that we were only 3/4 of what, 3/7 of a person or something. Like we weren't even full people. But history says we were all kings and queens, if not gods. So it's all about how you mentally program yourself. You understand?
Could you do it without me? Because you taking forever and now I'm about to get with my friends.
Oh, you're coming with me. So
Can I do this at 12:30 or 12 when we're
Marcel,
supposed to go?
hold on. Y'all see? And then somehow balancing your spiritual journey with being a parent. Get your money and we about to leave. I just want to say this. I share my honesty and my testimony and my transparency with you guys in order for you guys to know that you're not alone. Being a mom, being spiritual, being aware, being sensual, being so many different things. You're so many things. You're not even your own body. Like, and you want to really meditate into it. We're consciousness experiencing ourselves. Look at this mole in the middle of my forehead. I was preordained to be in this space. So, you know, like, appreciate the oneness. Don't run away from the oneness. People, you got to find your flow in the oneness. It's okay. I'm still fully finding my flow sometimes. But despite all of the things that's going on in my reality with the mold in the bathroom, you know, the bills and the not helping and the financials, I just realized when I get back to my positive thoughts, more positive stuff happens. Sometimes I cry and I pray. I'm like, I need this by the end of the month. Like that was my routine. I'm gonna have all my bills paid before the end of the month. I gotta make at least $1,000 by the end of this week. I gotta make $1,000 every week. I'm making $250 a day. And I said that to myself every single day, and I was fully booked doing it before I got a 9 to 5. But I let people around me a lot of the times convince me to do things. People are here to guide you, but you're also here to guide yourself. So when you know what you know, put those tools together and make them happen for you. So this is a new chapter. 30 is a new chapter, and I'm using my tools. So I know that I got to be vulnerable with myself and authentic with myself and share with you guys on this platform so you guys can actually help me because I need help on my journey. But I need help from people like me who understand me. And I appreciate anyone that pours into my ministry, pours into me, because I'm ready to give more of this testimony to young girls. Like, STDs and things don't make you have to settle for smaller, shorter comings. Um, Having not enough money in the bank to go out with your friends every single weekend is not a bad thing. Sometimes it's God protecting you from what is outside in the streets. A lot of times when I haven't gone places, someone's gotten injured, and I'm like, thank God I wasn't there. So sometimes what you don't have is actually what you should be appreciating. It's always gratitude. A wonderful incense stick. It's for breathing. I got this from a herb shop. I just found it today. It's like, so many things will come together when you're just ready to transition into a new headspace because everything starts in the mind. So, as you guys can tell from the story, when I was in a good headspace, everything was great. The second I let my mind slip was when my reality slipped. So, I ask that everyone collectively come together and shift your awareness and your consciousness to a higher plane so that we can experience quality life. High vibrations only. Okay? It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter how depressed the world tries to tell you you are. It doesn't matter how stressed you think you are. There's somebody going through something 10 times worse than you. Smile. Find the people who want to pour love into you and allow them to do it. Don't run away from the love. Don't run away from the blessings. Okay? I love you guys because I love me. And we are all reflections of each other. So I pray this message reaches somebody. I pray it touches somebody. I pray it heals somebody. I pray that if you feel it, because I mean it. I love me. I've been through a lot. I'm about to start crying. I've been through a lot, but I know that y'all deserve someone to love y'all the same way that you love you. And even if you don't love you, give you a kiss and a hug today and put on Dear Silas, I ain't stressing today. Hey, I ain't stressing today. Even if your presence might offset a person in your reality, so what? Be the glitch. Make the shift. That's what we came here to do. All the people who are gifted enough to make it happen are here to make it happen. So I need y'all to collectively come together and make it happen. Make the shift happen. Make this shift happen. You feel me? Collectively. Everyone's minds must be focused on the same mission. So I pray I find my group. I want to farm. I want to grow. I want our own schools. I want us to educate our children how to do the things that will keep us sustained, regardless of whatever happens in society. Growing our own foods, educating ourselves on cosmic, comedic energy, knowing that we are, in fact, energy, which cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. But everything starts with connection. So, yeah, guys, I'm done with my piece. And I pray that y'all have a good, what's today, Saturday? And yeah, keep your head up. There's somebody out there that you are inspiring and you don't even realize it. Keep your head up.